This is 10 more minutes of useless information about COD Zombies. I did a video like this around 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it, and all of you did too. And my channel has grown a lot since the last time I did this, so I want to hook you all up with 10 more minutes of useless COD Zombies information. So grab your snacks, put your feet up, relax, and let's jump straight into this 10 minutes of useless COD Zombies information. In Black Ops 2 Origins, you can prone in front of the Pack-a-Punch machine and get a free 25 points. This is the only Pack-a-Punch machine that does this. The ballistic knife doesn't hurt Leroy. The Draken is not available in the Zombies Chronicles remaster of Nocturne and Toten. The mannequins' heads on Alpha Omega will turn to look at you no matter where you are, so this ends up making some really creepy looking mannequins in the map. On Tagged or Toten, you can buy the shield through the floor. In the Zombies Chronicles remaster for Verrückt, if you shoot the fountain with the Wonder Waff, it will vomit blood. Dr. Maxis has a peanut allergy in some universes. Speaking of Maxis, although a different one, in the D Machina intro cinematic, Samantha Maxis goes in a phone booth to call Weaver, and the number she calls is 62947. Or Maxis on a keypad. This sign on Firebase Z isn't attached to anything. There's also a sign on Buried that again isn't attached to anything. George Romero has 250,000 health per player that's in the game from the start. This means that if you load in with 4 players, George Romero will have 1 million health. The Pack-a-Punch machine on Blood of the Dead can be seen teleporting from the Golden Gate Bridge to the roof. Water War Zombies had character bios to help people get to know the Ultimates crew just a little bit better. No one thought this at the time, but there was a pretty big Easter egg in here that would have spoiled the end of Black Ops 1 Zombies. If you take the first letter in each sentence, you will get the message, "The Doctor wants the ultimate power bastard." There was supposed to be an XR2 wall buy on the Giant. We know this because Mark Lamia ended up doing some sort of press conference or meeting or something like that and revealed this image of the XR2 wall buy, seemingly where the KRM wall buy is on the Giant. Now, in my opinion, this would have been really cool, as the XR2 was a lot of fun to use in the multiplayer, and I feel like it would have worked like the ABR from BO4 Zombies does. In Tagged or Toten, there's a wall that you can crouch out of to bypass a door and spawn. You will hit a death barrier if this door is closed though. You can mantle on this ledge in specific on Mob of the Dead. In Shadows of Evil, for some reason, if you knife a tram in a certain spot, you will get a hit marker for it. In the gameplay trailer for Revelation, you can see the rocket shield from Shadows of Evil and Der Eisendrache being used in the map. However, in the final version of the map, the only shield that's available is the dragon shield from Garad Krovi. Voyage of Despair is the only Zombies map to have 2 Bowie knife locations. Additionally, Voyage is also the only map to have a Bowie knife upgrade. In Shadows of Evil, there's a brick that will raise into the air when you interact with it. This brick reveals a cipher. In the earlier Zombies games, a map's game over music used to hint at the next map that would release. For example, here's the game over song for Kino. Chino Numa. And my personal favorite, Die Rise. Catalyst and Blightfathers do not show up in theater mode. Buried is the only map pre-BO4 that allows you to get both the Ray Gun Mark 1 and 2 at the same time. You need a fire sale to do this, but honestly, it's worth it. If you type the word joke into Rushmore, he will tell you some pretty funny jokes. Vanguard Zombies connected the Dark Ether storyline to the Chaos story from BO4. There's another reason to hate this game. From its conception in Black Ops 2 Zombies until they removed it, there has been 16 Zombies maps in total to have a zombie shield, those being Transit, Mob of the Dead, Origins, all of Black Ops 3 minus the Giant, and all of Black Ops 4 Zombies. That means that Die Rise, Buried, and the Giant are the only Zombies maps from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 4 to not have a zombie shield. When Black Ops 3 launched, the Gobblegum machine was only available at 1 machine at a time, and it would randomly move at the beginning of a round or when you bought a Gobblegum. Furthermore, to get a Gobblegum, you had to spend 500 points for your first hit of the round. Thankfully, Treyarch got rid of both of these because, honestly, these changes are what made Gobblegum so much fun to use. In the Legion boss fight for Cold War Zombies, the announcer will say that there is 9 minutes until the missile launch. But if you look at the timer on the screen, you actually have 10 minutes until the missile launches. This is because it was 9 minutes on release, but they changed it to 10 minutes to make it easier for people to beat it, and I guess they just forgot to change the voice line. When doing the second puzzle for the fire staff upgrade, the first number will always either be 5 or 11, and the final number will always be 4. You can throw a grenade at this globe in the church on Horizon Track to start the disco Easter egg. If you listen closely, you'll hear that this is the same exact song used for the coffin dance Easter egg on Die Machina. On Blood of the Dead, if you crouch in this spot, you can see both the stairs and the ground disappear, and you can see all the way down to the water. On Origins, if you're in Zombie Blood in the Crazy Place, the game will actually give you some hints for the Easter egg. In the Shadows of Evil trailer, you can see the VMP on the wall in the Footlight District, but in the final release of the map, it is the Vesper. Forsaken's ending cutscene has some pretty cute Easter eggs in it. When the crew is being arrested, you can hear the song We'll Meet Again playing in the background. This shows that the operators will meet the director again, but it's also the Treyarch devs telling us that we will meet again. A la, we are not canceling this story or this game mode, we will meet again in COD 2024. Additionally, at the end of the cutscene, it plays a different song. When Peck goes to rent a boat, you can actually hear the song Richtofen Again from Blood of the Dead soundtrack playing in the background. This one is pretty self-explanatory, but it's a pretty cool Easter egg nonetheless. In the OG Ether storyline, Samantha Maxis is German in Black Ops 1, American in Black Ops 2, and then German again in Black Ops 4. For 2 weeks in March 2019, Treyarch added an Easter egg that allowed you to get a free Leprechaun-themed homunculus. Both the ice trap and the tundra gun can make the napalm zombies drop dynamite parts on Tagger Toten. In the Chaos Story trailer for Black Ops 4, Bruno can be seen using Molotovs and the 205 Brecci, neither of which are available in BO4 Zombies. The Tigers on 9 can still one-hit you. Kevin Sherwood originally made the song that plays in the Hit Your Mark step on Ancient Evil when he first started making music all the way back in 1998. Here's exactly what he has to say if you want more information about this. In the First Strike poster for BO1 Zombies, there is a bald man who we didn't know who he was for the longest time, but it turns out that that bald man is none other than Gersh. Every Black Ops 3 map outside of Zombies Chronicles has the Origins loading music when you're loading into the map. Now this wasn't always the case, this was a glitch that was introduced whenever Zombies Chronicles came out, and they just never fixed it. In Shadows of Evil, it is possible to open Pack-a-Punch while never opening the spawn door. You cannot finish Easter eggs that require you to interact with something while in Idolize. This is why Idolize is a great gobblegum for Garad Crovey, but a bad gobblegum for a map like Revelations. The highest round ever achieved at the time of me recording this is round 11,482, once again by Krups. For some reason on Black Ops 3, the diamond camo on certain guns will flicker. Now it almost resembles Morse code, but it was confirmed by data miners and people that know Morse code in general that this is not Morse code and it is just random flickering. If you like COD Zombies, then chances are you've heard of the ADFGX cipher on Mob of the Dead. Well, that cipher was solved and it's pretty crazy what we found out. This message translates to, urgent, the giant is in France. But what makes this even crazier is, someone by the name of Ben Down, and yes, I know his name is funny, uploaded a YouTube video 2 weeks before Mob of the Dead even came out, saying this.
The race is in France. Or more specifically, the giant is in France. Literally. This video is for the future. Goodbye.
Now, this is mind-blowing, if I'm being honest, and as far as I can tell, he has never officially worked for Treyarch before, so I don't know how he knew this. There are 2 Zombies maps where the base Wonder Weapon is better than any of the elemental upgrades for it, those being the D-Shockwave on Die Machina and the Cerberus on Mauer Toten. On Ascension, Takio says that he has a Facebook page.
Damn, I keep forgetting to update my Facebook page.
On BO4 Zombies, you can switch your weapons just by spamming your shield button. Kino der Toten was supposed to be in World at War, but they scrapped it to finish it and release it on Black Ops 1. Below the map in Shadows of Evil, you can find the parts for 2 different Apothicon servants. In the church on Horizon Track, there is a newspaper on the table that says there is a huge parade in London. If you get the upgraded plunger and kill 5 zombies with the upgraded plunger next to the newspaper, the headline will actually change to, reports of the zombie attack in London, officials not confirming. If you get another 5 or so upgraded plunger kills in front of this newspaper, the headline will change one final time to Zombie Attack in the Heart of London. This is implying that we were actually sending the zombies from Der Eisendrache to London with our plunger. That's a really cool Easter egg that nobody talks about. When Pack-a-Punching as Richtofen on Blood of the Dead, you can see what is the funniest typo in subtitles history. When the nukes go off in the Alpha Omega boss fight, they don't actually go off in the map. In Taggart Toten, you can use Ethereal Razor on the Sealed Duality after the boss fight to send the orb effect on it flying somewhere in the map. Since this was the first DLC perk, and it seemingly was the first step of a new Easter egg, everyone thought that this was for the super Easter egg for Black Ops 4 Zombies, but no, this was instead just a glitch. There are 2 out-of-the-map monsters in COD Zombies. The first one is on Zetsubo no Shima, which you can see from Lab B once you get to round 50. And the second one is on D Machine. If you go into Dark Ether after round 40, you can see the order outside of the map near Quick Revive. And finally, at the end of the Call of the Dead intro, Michael Rooker shoots 5 shots out of a double-barreled shotgun. Don't know how that's possible, but he did it. So there was your 10 minutes of useless COD Zombies information. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe if you're new. I am planning on releasing a video where I talk about useful COD Zombies information instead of just useless garbage. But until then, why don't you watch my Black Ops 4 Easter egg guides? If you don't want to watch that, why don't you watch where I discuss the best map in every single Zombies game? Or you can watch me rank every Zombies game from worst to best. Thank you all so much for watching, and with that being said, this is Jolts, signing out. Peace!